As Lachlan drove to the estate, Jane reflected on how the crisp autumn night seemed especially dark for September. Spectral clouds scudded over the black sky, blotting out the light from a pale quarter moon. Gaining entrance to Biltmore was easy. All Jane had to do was flash her conference ID at the gatekeeper. He examined it, wished her a pleasant evening, and told them to proceed. Lachlan drove past Antler Village, the venue for the luxury lodging event, and slowly progressed on the quiet, curving road leading to the chateau. As he grew closer, he switched off the headlights and slowed even more dramatically. Jane didn't know how he drove without lights, but Lachlan was known for his keen eyesight. Like the hawks and falcons he trained, he could see better than most humans. Once, when Jane asked about this gift, he said that he used more than his sight alone when tracking. He also used his sense of hearing and the laser focus he'd honed as an army ranger. Despite her faith in his eyesight, Jane went rigid when he pulled off the road and eased the truck into a copse of trees. Though he came within inches of several tree trunks, he never made contact. Just as Jane felt that his luck was on the verge of running out, he turned off the engine.
"I don't want to use flashlights, so step carefully," he said.
Together they set off through the woods toward the house. It was hard to believe that the behemoth structure was close by. Jane couldn't glimpse a single light. There were only trees, leaves crunching underfoot, and shadows. Every so often, Lachlan would stop. He'd put his hand out to keep her from plowing into him and would stand, still as stone, and listen.
"Owl,"
he'd whisper. Another time, he murmured,
"Possum."
Jane didn't know whether to be comforted by the presence of wildlife or not. Every time a rope of vines or a thin branch brushed her ankle, she imagined a possum's tail. Having a run-in with a marsupial in the dark wasn't her idea of fun. "Edwin," she thought, "I have to find you. I want to go back to the days when excitement meant curling up on the sofa with a book and a glass of wine." Lachlan put a hand on Jane's arm.
"We're here. When we reach the Bacchus fountain, I'll shine my penlight on the face. Try not to talk. If that fountain is covering an opening, there could be motion detectors or cameras with listening devices. It might also be booby-trapped."